Welcome back to the Silent Podcast, where we are anything but silent. My name is Mark, and I am so completely honored to sit down with the most recent winners of the Amazing Race, Greg and John Franklin. How are you guys today?
We're doing fantastic. I mean, our voices are out from last night, but we're pushing through it.
I saw there was a big rager. It looked like in like Berry Park, Brooklyn. I know the city too well.
There you go. Yeah, it was a perfect venue, truly. If anyone's thinking of doing anything film premiere related, that's the spot.
That's awesome. So, how did you guys get into the Amazing Race?
We got in kind of from my girlfriend originally. She is huge on reality TV, got me on it. I got Gregory on it. We had a bit of time last year and just like threw in our video into the pool and did not think we would hear back at all. And when we got that first call from LA saying, "Hey, we're looking into you," we knew we had to like put on our best attitudes and did 4 or 5 months of interviews and got the spot.
So you only applied one time and got on?
One and done.
That's incredible. I know a lot of your cast has been on multiple times, and I mean, you guys are just astounding in so many different ways.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So your communication has always been, I think, your strongest suit of any team. Like, it always looked super easy, everything, and I always feel like I felt like from leg five onward. Well, I mean, for leg five onward, we never played slower than second and won five of the legs, including the last one. Was communication skill the thing that made that possible for you, or was it just like in your wheelhouse of tasks or speed or yeah?
Yeah, I mean, the race is something that you learn as you're racing, right? It's something that you can't really prepare for. So yeah, I mean, communication is huge. Like really working together as a team. We always said it's not us versus each other, it's us against the problem, right? Like it's us against the task at hand, which was our biggest mentality throughout the entire thing. Yeah, and I mean, just starting to heat up was definitely due to just us finding our groove, us really starting to like really pay attention to details, really make some good game time decisions. That's like really what the race comes down to, is what we're learning, is those quick decisions that you make, like to pick one taxi cab over another, or to use one detour instead of the other one. So those little decisions we just started to get better at.
Yeah. Have you guys always been great at communicating your whole lives, or was it kind of like a rough and tumble?
What siblings are. Come on now. Yeah, I think it takes practice for sure. And we're not perfect by any means.
Yeah.
We weren't perfect on the race. It's just a matter of like how the edit goes, and then also like our attitudes and understanding where the other comes from, recovering, and yeah, just knowing that everything comes from a good place.
Yeah.
And we're just so similar. Like I know what he feels, he knows what I feel. They're very valid feelings, and just keeping that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's 25 because I'm 25. It's been 25 years of just like constant communication. So we worked out the kinks because we used to fight, when we were kids. And so we know exactly what ticks someone off, like how to get the best out of the other person. It really takes practice.
So I feel like I have to ask now. Like one of my favorite things to ask Morgan and Alina. Y'all share the same last name. How did you guys find that out, and did that affect you guys in a way of like, let's work together or anything like that?
Yeah, it's funny because we realized, oh, you're also siblings. Oh, you're also in California and in New York. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until we were on the flight, I think, to Vietnam, that the flight attendant was holding Morgan's passport. And I was like, is that my passport? That says Franklin on it. And realized, oh shoot, we have the same name. So it wasn't until like leg 3 that we actually realized it. And from there, yeah, you're right. It was like Franklin siblings. We had that little bit going on, but I think there were other factors to kind of bring us closer to them.
That's great. One of the things I always find to be like a great equalizer in the show is language across the world. And you guys have lived in a couple places. I know that French was a huge asset in Stockholm, and and also in Germany, you guys were pretty fluent languages. Like, what other languages do you guys know that weren't utilized, or did that give you a leg up?
Yeah, I mean, even with Victor and Jocelyn, them being able to speak the language in those first few episodes really gave them a leg up. Johnny speaks Japanese, so we were kind of hoping for a little Japan.
I know, every time ripping it and just like, is it Tokyo? And nah,
I would love to see them go to Tokyo again. Like, it's been so long.
You're telling me, yeah.
But we had a pretty good system where, we would obviously look up where we were going, just random facts about whatever city/country we were going to. And we also wrote down key phrases in whatever language we were going to as well. So if we were going to Germany, we'd write down fast in German, or like, how do we get to blank in German? And so we had a book of like the common amazing race phrases that we could use so that we could save some time in the taxis.
And honestly, it was nice knowing a little bit of sign language too to communicate with Rob. You know, when we were chilling at airports and things.
I mean, it's always important to like be able to communicate, and like that's literally, I think, I've as a fan of the show, I feel like communication is always the most important thing they ever see. Bringing teams go far or teams go away.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, communication both with the other people as well as, you know, internally.
But we've seen seasons of The Amazing Race where the winners don't have the best communication, so we can't say it's like a great rule of thumb.
What was it, season
but it
3?
helps.
If I'm not mistaken, is like the most epic one where they're like just fighting the whole time and they win. Like, great, we never want to talk again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the thing is, whatever works for people, right? Like for Morgan and Lena, them kind of fighting with each other works for them. That's kind of how they communicate, and whatever works. Ours just
We're too
happens to
sensitive
be-
for that.
Yeah.
So you guys,
Yeah.
you turned Steve and Annalie, and was it to try to eliminate them or try to make them go further in the back in the pack?
Yeah, you know what? We got a lot of feedback that you turning them was not the right move because you want to get someone in the middle of the pack at the back of the pack. But for us, who was in second place, that was a perfect move because if we didn't think we were getting eliminated, they were definitely going to be in our way for first. So we went for them thinking not staying in the game, but how do we actually like win a leg right now?
And the entire cast was so diplomatic. We were so like just infatuated with each other. You know, we were really a tight cast. So nobody wanted to get someone out, right? Like the easy choice would just be, okay, get the last place.
Did.
Some people did. Some people did. But a lot of people just kind of thought, okay, we're going to give Steve and Annalie the U-turn because they were an hour ahead. There was no way they could get out.
And
So,
you know, we were shaking in our boots thinking another U-turn was going to pop up like leg 10 or like 11, you know, you're on your fourth win. And it's like, they told us straight up, like we'd be in an airport. They're like, it's you guys if it happens. And we're like, okay, all right, we're just gonna have to swallow that pill.
yeah.
I mean, it's good to know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I feel like it's perfect to ask about easily the highlight of the season, the Great Express Pass race of season 35. So when you guys got there, Rob and Corey were at least, it looked like 300 steps up. Did you guys actually think you were going to be able to pass them, and would that have been a good move for your game?
100% we thought we could pass them. Well, we thought we could pass them, right? Because, you know, we're pretty young, we're pretty athletic, and you know, it didn't look terrible. But as we were going up, one, we didn't see that there was another set of stairs that they had to climb up. So we kind of thought, okay, there's no shot that we can make it. And two, you know, we were kind of on a winning bender at that point. We wanted to keep up the streak. So we were like, okay, well, we can either risk getting this express pass, not get it, and lose at the same time, or we can just guarantee a win and continue from there.
Yeah, once we decided to do that, though, we were like, okay, we have to win this leg. We have to win this leg. And then also stay in the game afterwards too, you know, like not get eliminated. But I think the three-peat was like our priority at that point.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. So in Stockholm, which I feel like might have been the best episode for the quote unquote ease edit for you guys, it looked like a very easy leg for you. You guys are the only people that did serve. How long did that challenge take? It looked like it took you guys less than 20 minutes.
I wish the producers gave me like a spreadsheet or something with all the times it took to do these challenges, because it's hard to keep track of it, but definitely 20 to 30 minutes. And it was, yeah, like not straightforward. Like even Phil explaining it, I was there and was like, Phil, you're not making a lot of sense right now with this challenge. But you know, just like taking our time, again, communication, Gregory's French, just being able to, I'll say the word for rabbit. He's like, oh, rabbit, I know it's meat, and looking for those things. But we also didn't have other teams around us. So we weren't like fighting for plates, like trying to get the last like fillet. So I think we had that benefit to us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, we were podcasting and I was just like, I don't know how they make this look so easy, because this is definitely one of the harder challenges this whole season. And you're just like, the way you broke it down, like one word and then one word, go. And it was just beautiful.
Well, I mean, so that's the benefit of, you know, really preparing for the race, because we had seen this challenge, and I forgot exactly what season it was, but in China or something along those lines, where it was the exact same challenge where you know, one person needed to communicate to the other person what dish they needed to serve. And so we had seen that challenge before, and we knew what worked with them. And so we knew that whole like one word, trying to just figure it out, was great. And also seeing that there were only 4 people at the table, that was so exciting. We were like, oh, 4, you can run 4 people.
Yeah.
Come on.
we have to talk about last night a little bit. So obviously glass blowing and the music setup stuff was not your strong suit. How long were you guys at the like we had an idea it was about like 45 minutes an hour for glass blowing. But for the music setup, like I know you guys checked that amplifier like 5 or 6 times. How long were you guys stuck there and seeing the other teams succeed a lot easier?
Yeah, we were there. Oh man, again, like it felt like 40 something minutes. And it felt like most of that time was us lifting that lid, going, nope, it's not here, and putting it back down. That was cringy to watch. But I think, yeah, when the time really started feeling so much longer once the other two teams left, and it was like a solidified third place. And now we are in debt. We are in time debt. And so it felt like it was long just because it was painful.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you guys were amazing at the circus.
Yeah, that we got. I mean, Johnny got it on his first try. That was so exciting. And then, after because I went first, I couldn't get my legs through, so I couldn't get it. And then Johnny went, and as soon as he got it, I was like, I'm not gonna be the weak link in this situation. Like, I got it. I got to pull it together here.
He pulled through. He pulled through. Yeah, and neither of us are really like flexible either. But I guess it pays to work out.
So I gotta ask this question, and you're gonna be asked this 1,000 times today. So you guys won $1 million again. Congratulations! Like that's the dream. What are you guys gonna do? I mean, you guys have a lot of vacations to go on because you won so many legs. But yeah, like what you guys on the show? What's next?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna invest a lot of it. We're fairly young, so we got a good amount of time for that to really grow. So we're excited for that to have like a little base. But then also we're gonna take our family on a trip just because we have always gone on vacations with them. So kind of paying it back is gonna be really great. Other than that, just like little goodies here and there. Johnny wants like a nice little fender. I would love a new laptop. I use my work laptop for everything. So just little stuff like that.
Final record table, like just give yourself that wish list and amp it up times 10. Like I'm no longer am I getting like the like $50 record player. I can set my heights a little higher.
Well, great. Thank you guys so much, and again, congratulations.
Thank you for having us. Thanks for watching.